Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Dear students of first year of Gov Janata College, you all are welcome to the online class arranged by this college, and I am Maniruzzaman again before you with the class, and today I shall run the class on the subject of English first paper, and today I shall show you a poem, and through this poem we shall learn summary writing. My dear, in the question you will get a poem, and from this poem you all will have to write the summary. So when we will go through the poem, then we shall read the poem very well, so that we can write the summary nicely. Dear students, today I have selected for you a poem, and it is Two Daffodils, written by Robert Herrick. Before going through the poem, you need to know about the poet Robert Herrick. Robert Herrick was an English poet, and he was born in England in 1591 and he died in 1674. He was a very famous poet of his time, and he had written a lot of poems, and it may be over 2,500, and you will find all of his poems in a collection, and its name is Hesperides. In this collection you will find maximum of his poems. Daffodils, this poem is his wonderful creation, and this poem has been selected for you in class 11. Today we shall learn this poem. My dear, Robert Herrick, during his early life, he completed the course of military, and then he took the profession of religious preaching, and he had a close connection with John Donne. As he was a preacher, so in his writings we sometimes find religious sentiment, religious mood in his poems we find. We also find his abhorrence, his aversion to the worldly life. The poem Two Daffodils, we also find this type of sentiment. My dear, Two Daffodils, it is a very nice creation of Robert Herrick. Before presenting the poem, I want to say you the summary of the poem in a gist for your better learning, for your better understanding. Two Daffodils, though it is a very little poem, but it has a very great meaning. Through this poem, the poet has wanted to say us that our life in the world is very short, is very transient. We all must leave the world today or tomorrow. This world is not our permanent place. We all have to leave this world like the daffodil flowers. You know, daffodil flowers, this type of flowers are not found in Bangladesh, but it is bloom off in England hugely, and the life of these flowers are very short. They bloom in the morning and they wither away before noon. So the life is very short, and the poet has found a similarity between the life of human beings and that of the flowers. My dear, I think that you have understood his message, what he wanted to say through this poem, I have told you this. Now I am reading out the poem and you listen to me. In the first line we see, fair daffodils, we weep to see you haste away so soon. The poet has said, the daffodils, beautiful daffodils, I weep, we lament for you. As you wither away in a very short time, your life is very little in the world. The poet has said that as yet the early rising sun has not attained his noon, stay until the hasting day has run. The poet has told us that he has requested the flowers, please you stay, because the rising sun has not reached the noon, and before noon you are going away from the world. I cannot accept it, I cannot take it easily. So the poet has said the flowers, please you stay, because the day has not yet come to an end. But to the event song, and having prayed together, we will go with you along. The poet has again said to the flowers, please you stay, because you stay until the evening. After completing the evening prayer, the poet will go with the flowers to the other world. So the poet has asked the flowers to stay at least up to evening, because after completing the prayer they will go together. Dear, in first 10 lines we find that the poet is urging the flowers to stay in the world, to stay for some time, because when the poet will complete the evening prayer, then the poet will go with the flowers and they will go to the other world together. Then we have a short time to stay as you. We have a short spring, as quick a grow to meet decay. The poet has also said to the flowers that you have a short time, you have a very short spring. We have also. After some days, after some spring, after passing some spring hours, spring times, then the people of the world will leave the world. Will go to other world. The world is not our permanent place. The poet has said us through this poem. As you are, as quick grow to meet decay, as you or anything we die. The poet has said we all will die. We will not stay in this world forever. We are growing old to meet decay. We are growing old to meet death. So the poet is urging the flowers, is requesting the flowers, please you stay. You will not go so early. We will go together. My dear, in next line, as your hours do and dry away like to the summer's rain, or as pearls of morning dew, never to found again. The poet has compared the life of human beings, the life of flowers with the summer's rain. Why the poet has taken such type of comparison? Because summer's rain, it is very short. It pours and then it vanishes away, like daffodil flowers, like human beings. Human beings, after completing some course of time, after living for a little time, many people of the world die and they leave this world forever. They say goodbye the world and they leave and they go to the another world. My dear, the poet also has said us that the life of human beings and the life of flowers are like of morning dews. You know morning dews. In winter season, we see morning dews on the grass. When the sun rises, then the pearls never to be found on grass again. They vanish away. Their life is limited. Their life is short. The poet has said us through this poem. My dear students, I have read out the poems for your reading, for your understanding, and I want to say you the summary again in a brief. The poet has said that our life in the world is like the life of daffodils flowers. Daffodil flowers bloom up in the morning and they vanish away before noon. Just human beings also die in a very short time. Nobody can leave this world permanently, because the world is not permanent place for living. It is a resting place. Today or tomorrow we all will go to the other world, and there we will have to live forever, and their life will not come to an end. The poet has reminded us that take preparation and you think of other life, and there when you will go to the other world, there you will have to stay, you will have to live many more years, and those years could not be counted. The poet has told us through this poem. My dear, now I have also told you summary, but when you will be told to write the summary, then you will write nicely. I am telling you some lines, and you will keep it in memory. The summary may be: the life of human beings is very transient, is very short, like daffodil flowers, and people will not be able to live in the world forever. Today or tomorrow they will leave the world and they will go to the other world. And like the daffodil flowers, like the morning dews, like the summer's rain, we all will vanish away. So through the poem we find this religious type of sentiment, we find this religious type of mood in this poem. My dear, I think that you have understood the poem very well, and yet if you feel any difficulty, if you feel any complexity, then you can make comment on our college web page, and there I shall give you the answer of your asking. Keep well, stable at home, and you must read, you must continue reading, because as your college is closed, so you will study at home seriously, and you will go through all your questions regularly, and you will attend all the online classes every day. Thank you. See you all again. Allah Hafiz.